family and supporters of the Hutton Settlement Children's Home. We are excited that you're joining us on this Facebook Live as we announce an exciting new program. Now, many of you, I'm sure, have been a part of our Christmas tree farm and been supporting us through that 3-week holiday period. And one of the things we've talked about here at Hutton is how we can continue to provide opportunities for communities, for community members to come out to Hutton and still be engaged, while also providing a fundraising opportunity to support our educational programs. So, tonight we are excited to announce our newest program as part of our Salute educational endeavors here at Hutton, which are intended to provide sustainability and leadership education for all of the youth. And that new program is called the H.O.P.E Neighborhood Roastery. And its intention is to provide high quality specialty coffee to people in our community, to our friends, our family, and supporters of the Hutton Settlement. So, the team here is gathered tonight to share a little bit about this new endeavor. And you may be wondering, why are we doing coffee? Well, first of all, I think most of us agree that we love coffee, and I'm sure you do as well. And really, this program is intended to accomplish 3 things. Number 1, that it provides our young people here with career and technical education opportunities as well as job creation. Secondly, it allows us to be engaged with global issues, understanding cultural communities outside of our country as we engage with importers and local farmers of these various nations that are producing coffee. And third, and very important, is financial sustainability. That selling coffee to subscribers throughout the year will provide our annual fundraising targets to support our educational programs that our kids are able to benefit from. So, it's my great pleasure to be able to introduce an amazing H.O.P.E Coffee Roastery team. And I think what I'll do is I'll turn it over to the H.O.P Neighborhood Roasters Youth Manager, Parker Ritzman. Parker, you want to talk a little bit about how this began and how you got the business plan going?
Yeah. So I'm Parker, and so this H.O.P team, we created the business plan like every company in the world should have one, and everybody has commitments. Our commitments are we collaborate as a team to get you the best quality cup of coffee with Steve as our trainer, and then we also empower. We empower the youth here to also empower the community and the origin countries of the coffee. And then lastly but not least, we practice sustainability. The coffee is sustainable by the importers. They practice agroforestry, which is the leading cause of sustainable farming as well.
Right. And then we have Roxy Fredrickson, and I know Roxy loves coffee because she's always coming up here and sneaking samples. And so Roxy, maybe talk a little bit about the coffees that we are actually roasting right now, which are single origin. Maybe give people an idea of where this coffee is coming from.
Yeah, so currently what we've been experimenting with roasting is Costa Rica, Sumatra, and Guatemala. We have a light, medium, and dark roast available based on that origin that best fits that roast profile. We also have a Peru decaf that we purchased from Cafe Femenino. Will be available for those who choose that. Also, come August, we are going to be having a Colombian and Ethiopian, again, for those who purchase subscriptions.
Yeah, great. So we are looking for subscribers to support this program and support our young people as well as provide the funding. And Cale here is kind of our guy who's going to talk a little bit about sales and distribution. So Cale?
Yeah, so we're looking for 75 subscribers from July to December. It will be $350, and you'll receive for pickup or delivery to your home for an extra fee. 2 bags every other week, and it will be roughly about $13 a bag, which is pretty competitive for specialty coffee. And also there will be other things that will be going on that David will be talking about.
Sure. Yeah. So people who subscribe, it's as Kel said, we'll have 2 12-ounce bags every 2 weeks, and it's going to be again high-grade specialty coffee, single origin coffee. You get to choose which roast and which origin you'd like. But this is more than just buying coffee from us. It's actually being a partner in all of this. So we are going to have, as part of the subscribers' commitment, have you come out here and come to the roast house. We're going to have socials. We're going to have opportunities for coffee education for our subscribers. We will have cuppings of our coffees. And so really the first 75 subscribers will be our partners, and they're going to help us continue to grow and develop this while receiving delicious coffee in their home while supporting our home here at Hutton. So yeah, we encourage you to definitely get on and subscribe if you are at all a coffee lover and love Hutton. But before we kind of get into some other areas here, I'd like to introduce a couple individuals who've been essential in us getting this off the ground. First of all, to my right here is Mike Golicki, who is an alum of Hutton. He's been our IT guru and specialist. And so, Mike, you want to talk a little bit about what you've been up to with H.O.P.E Roasteries?
Yeah, so my job here is kind of to log all these different kind of roast profiles that we've been going through, and so can try to maintain consistency once we find a profile that we like. And with the assistance of Steve Diedrich, we've been able to kind of polish that up. And I gotta say, as an alumni, it's very impressive to me, like when I come back and I see all these youth that want to just take the initiative and have the motivation to come up here, roasting in 90-degree weather and, taking time off for the summer and friends and all that, and making this really their priority. And also, I mean, it's great to see all the growth, because I have the profiles from like when we first started, and they're definitely completely different, and all the challenges and stuff, on the way, and we've been able to really get through that with Steve.
So it's been 6 months that this team has come together to renovate this space into a beautiful coffee roasting house. And you can probably see behind us, we have one of the state-of-the-art and arguably the best coffee roasting machine that you can buy, called a Diedrich Roaster, which is actually produced locally here in just over the hill there in Ponderay, Idaho. And I have to say, we are incredibly fortunate to be able to have a gentleman here who has offered to participate in this endeavor with us, and that is none other than the founder of Diedrich Roasters, since retired and since sold the company, but certainly a global coffee icon. The Diedrich brand is definitely out there. Steve actually, came across Hutton Settlement here recently and found out what we were doing and was like, "Hey, I want to be involved." So we are completely blessed and fortunate to have you here, Steve. So maybe talk a little bit about your experience and why you like showing up here working with our team.
Well, after building coffee roasters for 40 years and retiring from that, just looking around coffee roasters here in Spokane, I ran across the Hutton settlement here and set up an appointment with David just to come see what the kids were doing here with the coffee roaster. And in visiting with David and just walking from the administration building up to here, where the building we're sitting in with the coffee roaster, Dave was explaining to me what the Hutton settlement is all about and what the children are doing. And I've always felt that I needed to give back to the coffee community, and particularly what an honor to be working with these kids that are totally motivated and excited to be doing something with coffee. So I got really excited when David explained the program and what they were doing, and felt just had to be part of it. And just working with the kids has been the most awesome experience, and I've literally taught thousands of people how to roast coffee. The first time I've ever worked with a group of kids, and they've been the most spot on and in getting the profiles right, learning how to roast, and being serious and being motivated about this. So it's been really exciting and fun to do this. And my part of it, kids have been doing all of this, and my part has been just to show them how to work through developing the chemistry in coffee to manipulate the flavor of the coffee to bring out the best attributes. And working with them on just developing the profiles has been a lot of fun. I think we've developed a really good product, and proud of what they're doing and proud to be part of it. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Steve. It's been great having you here and continuing to be part of this program. We certainly look forward to that. So I'm sure you all probably want to hear a little bit more about the kids and kind of what actually brought them to this. So I think we should start with you, Parker, because you have a fun little story about how we actually are here now. Maybe tell a little bit about how coffee and that led us to roasting.
Yeah, sweet. So about a year ago when quarantine first started, I started like a coffee stand in the ad building over there. And I was just selling to the Hutton staff and the Hutton kids, and everybody enjoyed it. And I was making some money here and there, but not as much as I would like. But and then summertime came around, and we had a cornhole tournament, and I won the cornhole tournament, and the winner got a steak dinner with Chud and David. And so on the way to the dinner, David was telling me about how like he's had this vision of like a coffee, something to do with coffee at Hutton, and we talked about it over steak, and then Chud said, let's do it. And so afterwards we went and got the grant for it, and now we're here.
Yeah. Cool. Well, and then soon after, we had some kids come forward and say, hey, I want to be a part of that. One of them was Roxy. So, yeah, tell us how it all happened for you.
Yeah, so originally I joined thinking this was going to be like super easy because you just roast coffee and then you sell it, right? That's how it works. Not exactly. So I think the thing that I really took away from this was learning about the coffee in itself. Like, I think what was most interesting to me was learning about the different origins and how climate in different regions of the world can really affect the coffee that you get. Yeah, I think that was most interesting for me.
And I do see Roxy, as I said, I'll see her in the morning sneaking up here, getting some of our stash here. So she's definitely a coffee connoisseur now, and actually really good at the coffee sensory and tasting flavors and notes in the coffee. So she's real key in that. Kale, you came on soon after, so
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about
So
that.
I met with David, telling him I was interested, and then I came up, helped out, found out it was really cool, and then I've loved learning about the coffee and the true science it is, and then also the business aspect, trying to build a coffee community. It's really cool. But yeah.
So yeah, just in summary, I mean, really, again, we're looking for 75 subscribers who are willing to pay $350 for 6 months of a subscription that really gets you 4 bags of coffee per month distributed every other week. You can come here to the Hutton Settlement and pick that up. We'll have someone here every Wednesday afternoon and early evening to pick that up. And you know, like I said, we're going to have, as part of that subscription, opportunities to come here, to meet the kids in person, to meet the adults here that are part of this. So you become part of this effort and part of this program. It's very much like our Christmas tree program, where people come out and we share the holiday spirit with them. Why not do this year round and share the Hutton spirit with one another? So we encourage you to get on. We're looking again for the first 75 subscribers. We can tell you that we've been working hard at providing a high quality specialty coffee that I think will certainly fit everyone's palate and interest. So we encourage you to sign up. And I think before we turn it over to some questions, I do want to make note that there's a few individuals and organizations that actually made this possible. First of all, the Hagen Foundation. I want to make a shout out to them. They provided us an educational grant that allowed us to purchase the Diedrich Roaster. Bottles, the local business here in Millwood, did a fundraiser and provided us funds that we could renovate and get the proper equipment that we need to make this work. And then the Concordia Masons here in Millwood also provided us funding for training as well as coffee product. We wouldn't be here without those generous donations and support. So we want to thank you for doing so. Yeah. So I thought we'd open up for, I don't know if we have any questions any questions coming through on our Facebook Live?
So just to get it started, can you tell everybody how they might learn more about it, the website, and how they can ask questions?
Yeah, so you can access the website it's at the huttonsettlement.org, and there is a link there for H.O.P.E. Neighborhood Roasters. And on there we'll have everything from the description of the coffees, so the flavor profiles, and then you can choose which coffees you want. You can choose to get a mix of it, and then there's an email that you can click on and connect with us, and we will answer any questions through email, and all of us will be part of doing that. So that's, it's just a couple clicks and you can become a subscriber.
Right. Well, we're waiting for questions, but just a couple quick questions. How can somebody purchase coffee if maybe they're not interested in a full subscription?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we are, obviously our primary fundraising effort here is the subscription model, but we will have seasonal opportunities to purchase individual bags. For example, the farmers market during the summer, Millwood's farmers market, we're eventually going to be part of that, so people can show up on Wednesdays from 3 to 7 and purchase individual bags. A couple of the youth roasters will be part of those sales. And then, of course, during the holiday festival, the Christmas tree farm that we have during the 3 weeks, we'll have a holiday blend and coffee available for individual sales, for gifts, things such as that. So there will be an opportunity for individual purchasing, but that will be more of a seasonal effort. We are reaching out to local businesses that may want to offer selling some coffee bags down the road. This will, I'm sure, continue to grow and develop, and there will be opportunities to do that. But at this point in time, largely we're looking at the subscription model with the periodic individual bags for sale.
What about perhaps sharing a subscription with somebody? Is that possible?
Yeah, that absolutely. In fact, one of the things we encourage is, first of all, I know, I go through a lot more than 12 ounce bag a week, but many people don't. And so some people may think, well, that's too much coffee. Well, the fact of the matter is we're encouraging people who do subscribe to share it with your neighbors, share it with your friends or family. I've got some people wanting to subscribe that are actually going to buy a subscription for their neighbor. And so, we just encourage people to take it, and if they don't drink all the coffee for the week, I'm sure your next door neighbor may want to, or a friend or family member would love to have some. So this is all about sharing in this whole endeavor.
All right, Miranda just said, any white coffee?
No white coffee at this point. Miranda, I would expect nothing less from Miranda. She's, yes, I remember the white coffee she used to drink, so.
Another question, can you speak to the quality of coffee beans?
Yes, in fact, we've been, and maybe Steve can dive in here a little bit, but we actually have, we purchased initially some coffee, tried it out, it didn't meet our standard of quality. So Steve Diedrich here connected us with some of the top importers in North America, and we actually brought in a whole bunch of samples, and we sampled them. Steve, being a highly experienced cupper, kind of walked us through to make sure that we selected coffee that met a high level of specialty coffee grade. And we picked out the 3 to 5 origins that we felt were at the highest level, and that's what we have, and that's what we're going to be distributing. So it's definitely going to be high quality coffee.
Right. Another question some people might be wondering, what does the money from this program specifically go towards?
Yeah, great question. So some of the money goes for educational stipends for our coffee roaster apprentices. So they're definitely getting a financial gain out of this while also getting the professional training and learning. And then all of the other proceeds go back into the Hutton Settlement Salute educational programs. Our goal here is that we can begin to have full financial sustainability for our programs. It's very similar to our Christmas tree farm. You know, our kids are good, really hard workers, and we're not here to just get a handout, but we're here to provide a product and experience that is high quality, that will generate funds that then we can then use towards expanding and improving our educational efforts here. So all of the funds go to support the kids financially and to support all educational programs here on site.
Okay, one last time, if anybody's interested in purchasing a subscription, you can visit our website. It's www.huttonsettlement.org. There's an About Us section, and if you pull that down, you'll see H.O.P.E Neighborhood Roasters. And for anybody that's late hopping in, we are today announcing an inaugural program here at Hutton, H.O.P.E Neighborhood Roasters, which stands for Hutton Opportunities for Professional Exploration. A great way for you to enjoy quality coffee and support the Hutton Settlement. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you guys for
Thank you.
Thanks everyone.
We'll see you later.
See you soon.
Yeah.